students getting involved in some South Florida support.
We actually had aid on the ground in Turkey within 48 hours of the earthquake happening.
On its way to earthquake victims. Just released body cam video showing a deadly decision by officers. And the Marlins trying to make it 2 wins in a row before heading on the season's first road trip.
And Soler.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
I'm Kelly Sanchez. Today's Thursday, April 6th, 2023.
Live from the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
Aid after earthquake, students showing support at the Global Empowerment Mission in Doral.
From rubble to tragedy to the power of community, the network's Leanne Abutarbush tells us volunteering hasn't stopped at the Global Empowerment Mission to help those affected by the Turkey-Syria earthquake.
It's been 2 months since the 7.8 magnitude hit both Syria and Turkey, but many families are still in urgent need of assistance. On Wednesday, the Global Empowerment Mission sent aid with the help of volunteers from FIU's Pike fraternity.
The main MO is to get the most amount of aid to the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time with the least cost to our donors. We actually had aid on the ground in Turkey within 48 hours of the earthquake happening. We were able to work together with AFAD, the Turkish Airlines, the Turkish Embassy in DC, and the Consulate General here in Miami. We knew that we were going to be there for a long time. That's why Michael Capone founded a hub there, and it's immersed in Turkey. It's a port city, and it's easily accessible to so many other areas.
First of all, I'm Turkish, so I deeply have the pain of the disaster over there. More than 50,000 people lost their lives. Around 2 million people lost their homes. And these 2 million people, most of them are still living in tent or container cities. They lost their loved ones. They lost their family. Families lost their kids. Kids lost their parents. All of their cities got destroyed. One day you wake up and everything is destroyed. So it's really hard for them. And this is not something that will only pass in a week or 2 months. We need to be helping them till make sure these cities are reconstructed and their lives turn to normal.
If you look behind me, you can see volunteers packing up boxes with essential supplies, including food, hygiene kits, and clothing. Now, these items are going to be shipped to Syria and Turkey, where families are still struggling to recover from the recent earthquake.
When the Turkey-Syria earthquake happened, we did about a 5-hour session, and we did about 1,000 boxes in about 4 or 5 hours. And so it just depends on how energetic people are, how much stuff we have from corporations. It obviously helps when we have a lot of good product to be able to fill the family aid kits extensively. What's amazing about these individual boxes is you can see people receiving them on the other end. And so I think that's important when you think about it from a macro perspective, is that one little thing that you can do, which is a couple of hours, helps someone tremendously. And sometimes that puts in perspective how lucky you are.
For more information on how you can support the Global Empowerment Mission relief efforts in Syria and Turkey, visit globalempowermentmission.kindful.org. For the South Florida Media Network, I'm Leanne Abutarbush.
A mother is on the record this morning for the first time since police released the video of an officer shooting and killing her son while he was driving a car. The network's Alexa Velez reports from the control center.
Last night, the FBI and federal prosecutors opened a civil rights investigation into the deadly police shooting. It was March 18th in Washington, D.C. Martin's family members are demanding justice after the released body camera footage revealed the bigger picture.
Stop, man, just let me out. Let me out. Stop, stop, or I'll shoot. Stop.
The final moments before a U.S. Park police officer shoots and kills 17-year-old Delanio Martin. After watching the newly released body camera footage, family members were heartbroken and angry.
I want him arrested. I want him to stop getting paid while he murdered my son.
In the body-worn camera, you can hear officers strategizing after finding Martin asleep behind the wheel of a running car.
Here's the plan. He's knocked out. The back window is just a plastic. I'm going to try to cut that out quietly. Unlock the door. If he doesn't get started, doesn't wake up, then we're going to try to get in there, grab him before he puts that car in gear.
You can hear in MPD's video the officers were instructed to let Martin go if he drove away.
Let's wait to see if he gets started after I cut him, try to unlock the door. If he does, he takes off, just let him go.
They converge on the car. Officers with both MPD and U.S. Park Police got into a struggle trying to arrest Martin.
Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Martin was able to get loose and drive away, causing one Park Police officer to fall off the vehicle. Another Park Police officer still in the back seat before later shooting Martin, causing him to crash the car. Police officials later said they found a gun in the car, but before the shooting, they never mentioned seeing a weapon.
He's got one hand, at least the last time I checked, I'm going to check again, one hand inside his waist. He does. I don't see anything in there.
For the Martin family, they're hoping this video will shed light on what they call an injustice.
My son should still be here. But instead, I want all the officers punished for all their roles. This pain hurts so bad.
Officers began life-saving efforts but were unsuccessful. The Metropolitan Police Department are still determining whether its officers violated protocols. According to the MPD, those officers have returned to full duty. In the control center, Alexa Velez, South Florida Media Network.
Deputies in Marion County say an arrest could be imminent this morning following the 3 deaths of teenagers at 3 different locations. They don't believe it was a serial killer. As CNN's Emily Schmidt reports, the sheriff is instead calling it the work of a wannabe gang.
16-year-old Layla Silvernail was, according to a GoFundMe account set up in her honor, a team player, great softball pitcher, amazing athlete who lifted up her teammates. Now, she's also part of a triple homicide investigation in Marion County, Florida.
We're looking for help.
Layla Silvernail was the first victim discovered last Thursday, lying along the road with gunshot wounds. She later died in the hospital. The next day, a 17-year-old male was found not far away, also shot along the road. Saturday, deputies found in a partially submerged car a third victim, a 16-year-old female dead inside.
All of our victims are known or were known to know each other and were together leading up to the incident itself.
The other 2 victims remain unnamed under a Florida law which allows victims' families to request privacy. 15 detectives are on the case, the sheriff says, working to keep online rumors at bay.
This is an isolated incident. It is not, and there is nothing to indicate that it is a serial killer whatsoever.
Investigators say the violence could be the work of hybrid gangs, which the sheriff also describes as, quote, a wannabe gang, though he said he was not indicating the victims were part of such a group. The sheriff's department predicts an imminent arrest, though doesn't say how much time or how many suspects that could involve. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
A tech entrepreneur who calls Florida home was stabbed to death. Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App, moved to Miami with his father, but he was in San Francisco Tuesday when he was killed. This is the 12th homicide reported this year in the city. Elon Musk tweeted about the incident and stated that the city must do more in terms of incarcerating violent offenders.
Students in South Florida, including some at FIU, took part in a walkout to protest gun violence following the Nashville school shooting. Among others, those who participated in the National School Walkout Day yesterday were Uvalde High School students. The group Students Demand Action asked classrooms across the U.S. to walk out in light of school shootings and to call for stricter gun control laws.
The Board of Governors for the State University System of Florida has approved an emergency amendment that prohibits access to TikTok on Wi-Fi or school-owned devices. All public Florida schools have been banning access to the app, explaining it is for the protection of the university's information against cyber threats. This includes FIU, as well as UF, FSU, and other state public universities. TikTok, Tencent, QQ, WeChat, VCon8, and Kaspersky have all been prohibited.
After becoming the first team to beat the Twins this season, the Marlins tried to make it 2 in a row against Minnesota.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
EMMA stands for Expert Manipulative Massage Automation.
New technology addressing a shortage in massage therapists. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stand is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
AI Massage, a high-tech solution to a shortage in massage therapists. The device creators say it can't replace everything a massage therapist does, but it can do time-consuming work before a professional is called in.
CNN's Mandy Gaither shows us a new technology.
It may be the future of massage therapy, a robot named Emma.
EMMA stands for Expert Manipulative Massage Automation.
Dr. Brent Bauer is part of a team at Mayo Clinic studying this device, which uses a form of therapeutic massage called Tweena to target nonspecific low back pain.
This is actually a device that can actually detect acupuncture points and then deliver targeted therapy.
Bauer says right now there aren't enough massage therapists to meet demand. Emma may be able to help some of the workload.
It is designed to have artificial intelligence. It can learn each time it works with the same patient. It can map out different points of tenderness, muscle tension, and then through algorithms that are far beyond my comprehension, can actually target the machine to move from spot to spot, different depths.
Bauer says the device can also use different massage techniques with tools that can be attached to the arm. It can go from a rubbing motion to a pinching motion and more, but he says it wouldn't replace massage therapists.
If we set things up with a therapist, if the machine could do a lot of the heavy lifting, and then the therapist can kind of finalize and make sure things were covered, I think we can protect our therapist, allow them to see more patients, but with less wear and tear.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Marlins head out for their first road trip of the new season starting today. Yesterday afternoon, they were at home against the Minnesota Twins. The game was tied until the 8th inning when the Marlins scored 4 runs to secure the win, 5-2. You're watching SFMN Newsbreak. We'll be right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Kelly Sanchez.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.